Whoa. That guy's name was Golden Tate. Like, damn, that's throwback. Ooh. A backflip flick. Thought I'd surprise him a little. Hey, you know. Starboy, bonjour. Ooh, I didn't think he'd get there in time. That was a pretty aggressive chow by me, but I was like, honestly, I wasn't sure if Dusty even was like paying attention to me rotating up, so I was like, let me just see if I can just chow that. And yeah, it didn't work out, so. Oh. It's always my biggest issue. That's double. Oh, good save, teammate. I always look back and being like, oh, my teammate probably has that right. Ooh, nice save. Okay, buddy. Nice, teammate. Hold on. I was trying to lob that top corner, but then halfway through I saw the guy hiding and I was like, if I hit that a little bit high, I don't think he's gonna get that save. And he didn't, so calculated. The lowercase letters of the session, what? Oh, these guys are, oh. Let's just call that a pass, sure, even though it was definitely me screwing that up. Oh, first game of the session? Yeah, this is first game. Bonk. No, teammate, you put it off target! Buddy. All right, that's fair. I don't know why. Halfway through, I realized I was going to pass that to him, and I was like, wait, he's not going to go for that. I guarantee it. I got to remember, like, in twos, people don't really pass. Nice. I said waza instead of waza. That's why I said it with lowercase letters. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, I don't know what you're referring to. Also, know how old are you? Because I feel like waza is like a reference from, like, before most of my audience was born. Ah, bad raid. Good job, Golden T. Oh. Don't get down. Back post. Nice. Wow, that was delayed, dude. Turned 13 October. I don't even know how you would hear of Waza then. Also, let's just assume you were not didn't just say that you're not 13, because I'd have to ban you. So good thing you were joking about that. NLN, is that your name? Or is it N capital I-N on Twitch? Sometimes I just can't quite tell. What the heck is this? Wait, what was that shot? I loaded into it. It was just like I was behind the ball. Hey, Nox. That means night in Latin. Could just grab some pads. Oh. Yeah, my bad. I didn't think he'd just throw it forward. He turned kind of slow. I was like, oh, I'm brain dead. I didn't even think that he had the boost. I thought he was just getting back. I think that spawned like right as he got it. Interesting how you just gave up on that Nox. He started turning up field for reasons I don't really understand. I need to see this again. He was even going for pads, he just didn't go. You're in advanced math and English? Good. You're smarter than most 13-year-olds? I mean, okay. Good to know. Okay. Oh boy. Good save. I might get killed here. Just kidding. They just let me have it. All right, well. Let's go, early season. That was a little less dramatic than I thought it would be. I was hoping Nox would get that boost and then you could chase it, but that was a little bit too high-minded of a thought, I think. Why would you? You know what? Fair. Oh. I was caught really off guard by them bumping each other. I was waiting for the second challenge and then it just never came in. How you felt, Spar? You want to die? Whoop. Oh. I'm just gonna ball chase that. And then we're gonna do fake that off ceiling. Okay, I was gonna say fake it off ceiling, but. All right, we're gonna steal that boost. Oh God, Jay, don't score. Oh, Dan, that first touch by me was pretty bold. I needed to put that up the line, but I got a little too far around it, so it was a giveaway. Damn. That was me overcomplicating things. I just was like, I had the idea for something, and I was like, Ooh, okay. Nox, you got it? Kind of heavy touch, but I couldn't see his pre-jump. Hey, TB, what you been up to? Gonna fake that? Ooh, okay. Unfortunately, Nox does not want to win. Genuinely unsure what he's accomplishing here on some of these chows. Oh my God, I heard the demo. I didn't hear the ding, so I was like, oh, that's the opponent getting demoed. All right, unfortunately, you have to kind of chuck that one just a little bit. Bass? Nox? That's not gonna bounce well. Get that? I don't know how to get better at the game. I've been playing since 2019. You practice. That's a huge part of it. No ceiling is insane, dude. Ugh. No! Dude, that was my chance there. Fire Dragon, hello? No, thank you for the 3rd month of remembrance. Dude, there's no way. Okay, I was like, there has to go in, right? The weekend is over if we call it sick. I don't have PTO, dude. I've just been getting destroyed in fantasy. Dude, RIP to the guy who benched the Vikings defense today. 2 forced fumbles and 2 defensive touchdowns and an INT. I saw a tweet about that. They're like, yeah, they're like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Uncontested, by the way. And he's gone. A little bit. That's just beginning of the season, though. 2 forced fumbles, a fumble return, and a pick 6 came out of a single player. Yeah, oh, no. Not only that, Glacier, but in the first half alone. First half alone, he had all of that. That might be legitimately the best defensive half in all of football. Looked away for 1 second. Did you say Colts? No. I was talking about Vikings defense. I don't know about Colts. Well, Colts. I will say the best nickname right now in all of NFL is probably Tua Turndabalova, but the second one is Indiana Jones for Daniel Jones on Indianapolis. It turns out, guys, Dan Jones actually became a pretty good quarterback after leaving the Giants, just like how Saquon went from, hey, that guy's pretty good, to, wow, this guy is the best player in the entirety of the NFL. It turns out the Giants are just a poverty franchise that no one should respect. Who would have guessed? Wait, all of us? Oh, okay. Bengals fan here, dude. I turned on the Bengals highlights, and then as soon as I remembered that Burrow wasn't playing, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Poor Browning. Yeah, Browning, all you gotta do is step into like the shoes of one of the like 5 best quarterbacks in the league. No big deal. No pressure. Patrick Mahomes and Daniel Jones got thunderstruck. You been thunderstruck. That Eagles game though is crazy though. That was like Chiefs level of black magic today. 2 blocked field goals in the second half of the back half of the fourth quarter. 1 to secure the game winner. Like, that's so insane, dude. Like, how I've literally, also low-key across college and the NFL, there's been a lot of blocked field goals. I don't know if like special teams coaches are like smoking something lately and they're cooking up crazy schemes and blitzes or whatever, but it literally is like, I've seen so many blocked field goals in highlights lately. Okay. Stop, Red Spire. I don't want to take away your momentum. All right, let's take that 50. Boost up. I'm officially saying Bengals more miserable than Browns. Browns had a great win today. Dude, Packers look really good. And then out of nowhere, Browns are just like, what if we won? Then again, it was like, it's debatable whether or not Browns are like decent or if the Packers just did not execute. I don't remember seeing too much of that game, so I can't really comment on it. I feel like Packers, if they had a slightly better, more interesting offense, they would be definitely like an elite contender. Because their defense is not bad. I mean, they did hold the Browns to, like Micah Parsons literally had a quote where he says, as long as the offense can give us at least 20 points, we will win every game. And so far, that kind of is coming true. Like, Browns only had 13, I think, in that game. I always come back. Good, Matt. Good to hear. Oh, dude, timed that wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, Feldspar. You were taking a while to turn, so I was like, all right, let me rotate back. That should be a nice double. Just kidding. Realized halfway through I did not have the boost. Judkins is nice as hell. Yes. Announcing the lurk like no one knows you do that. I mean, I kind of like when people announce the lurk. It just shows like, hey, I'm here, by the way. I'm just not chatty, you know? I always think it is like a good gesture as a chatter. Are we gonna reset this? And bump. He does not want the button. No! Stop challing on the goal line. This is twos. We have no one behind us. This dude is obsessed with the hard follow. I think he assumed that was off the backboard, and so he wanted to crash, which I'm actually down for. I think I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt and just assume he had that read, and then the crossbar went in, and he's like, wait. Did you slow down on that? Oof, dude. You have an SSL tag, buddy? I don't know what you're paying. I don't know what you're paying. I really hope that's on twos. That was insane. Everyone has school tomorrow? Not me. I'm not going to school. At least the Bengals started the season for 2-0. I mean, yeah. How do you get better air dribbles and saves? I practice for 1-2 hours. I play a lot of ones. Can you get up tips? You're gonna keep doing that. Now you're like 30. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm literally that 30-year-old you're thinking of. Hilariously, if I was still in grad school, I might actually legitimately still be in school though. I think this year I would have gotten my PhD. Actually, yeah. This year I probably would have gotten my PhD if I stayed there, so yeah, I would still be in school. Anyone under the age of 23? Sure. Sorry guys, I'm trying to mix this protein shake so I can be a little bit more full. Feeling a little hungry before stream, but I didn't want to have like a full meal, so I'm like, let's just have a little of this. Unless you pursue a YouTube career? I mean, sure. I had school last week. It might be because I'm in Germany. I mean, most people, if not all people, had. Oh, you guys mean like your first day of school? That's late. I feel like my school's always started first week of September. College started first week of August. Okay. Oh. All right, I like how he didn't chow that though. That wasn't me being facetious. Like I actually do like how he let him hit it. Problem is he had no more boost, so. We're gonna hit that around him. We're gonna let that bounce and drift, and then we're gonna cut around him on the near post and bump. No. I'm gonna leave that mid boost for him. All right, this should be a pretty much guaranteed goal. 50. Oh! Why were you there? What was that? I set up the 50 and I'm like, that should go in. Then I pre-jumped it and landed on the own goal. Guys, again, this superpower is next level, I'm telling you. Wow. The code is good luck. Yes, if you use the code Danger Taco in the Epic Store, you will, in fact, be faster on the field. You will have more boost in your tank. I swear. Oh, not gonna lie, really good turn by that guy. I did not think he would get that much power on that. How do you know where to move your joystick when you're Earl? How did you learn it? Guys, every single thing about, hey, insert mechanic, how did you learn to do that? It's practice. You practice. I just remember switching to directional. I asked some people, hey, how did you choose your direction? They're like, I don't know, just whatever I felt like choosing. I was like, okay, you do left. And then that was it. And then I just kind of practiced the movement a bit, and eventually you learn what works and what doesn't. That's not a good bounce for them. Or us. All right, I'm gonna tap this light. Oh, wow, he was waiting for exactly that. Whoa, this guy's timing is kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie. Imagine getting pre-jumped. Wow, imagine hitting it like that. Interesting. Oh, my teammate was back. Okay, I thought he was the second man. I'm gonna leave that. This teammate is like almost halfway between where I need him to be. It's like I like his ideas, but like every time it's like almost where I need him to be, he's not quite there, and it's like kind of scaring me. I like that aerial though. You're going for the catch? Yes, you are. That's a donk. That is a donk and a half. Good goal, teammate. Hi, Carson. Do you want to do left and right? Technically, yes. I would not be that good with right. I use right for adjustments. Matthew, such profanity in the chat. Oh. Luckily, teammate does not need anything else. That's really funny. That's really funny. That was not a good catch, but I was trying to look forward still. That hit the post? That might be the greatest angle I've ever seen in my life. He doesn't know I don't boost. Luckily, teammate has more than enough. Okay, just wanted to look up field. We got the 50, so let's get out. Got some pads. Teammate, all yours. Not like that, but okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna pop it over him. And then, oh, he rushed that. God, these twos players are such demons. And by demons, I mean people that don't have functioning neurons. Nice. Do you have any tips on, oh, teammate? I was like, ooh, you're gonna counter around that. Hi, 40 Kish. Something in my eye. Do you have any tips on how to air dribble, since I always mess up the feathering the boost part? The over or under doing it's super difficult for me to do. I mean, hey, my teammate recognizes me. He says, GG's best casters of all, best caster OAT. That's really kind of him. Air dribbling is about making sure you're matching the speed of the ball. So don't press the ball and then just boost after it like that, because you're gonna lose it really fast. So if you tap the ball, wait until your car is just barely touching it, then you start pressing. And that's how you get like that glue to your car, you know? So just make sure you're pressing the ball, and basically your feathering isn't actually the air dribble part, it's waiting until that ball isn't sparking off your hood and getting pushed away. The moment it's kind of like resting on your car, then you can push it. Ooh, that was an attempt at a delayed flick, 50, but bad first touch. Bang, top shelver. Good save. You want a back pass? Oh, he got the boost, okay. Nice 50. All right, I'm gonna take that to the side. Never mind, damn. All right, well, teammate got boost. He can land on it, right? He cannot, that's fine. I'll just lob that up and over. And then they'll never see this coming. Ah, no! I tried to get the air dribble on that. Wait, no, he's a rule 1. I didn't know that. Ah, teammate, I did not realize you were to rule 1. I did not realize that was. You're so majestic. Thank you, TJW. I watch Mizu and Cozy P too much. No such thing. You should watch all of my homies as much as possible. Give them their metrics. Give them their views. Nice flick B. Nice flick B. Hold on. He made up. I recognize this dude. He's a big Twitter user. Hey, Pog. You get recognized in game when you play? Bass, I don't remember how much you play still. I just played fours with Alpha, Buist, and Saida. What's your review, Turret? I don't think there's been a single kickoff that hasn't been a complete dead ball yet in this game. Bonk. You know what I haven't had in a fat minute? Chef Boyardee. I feel like that'd be a fun throwback. But I also fear I would eat it and then immediately realize, man, I was broke. You know? Just grow up and be like, man, my parents were serving me poverty meals. I don't know if it would hit the same. It was never like delicious, but it was like a comforting taste. Oh, cringe. Also cringe. We're gonna hard cut that. That's good deflection. Middle? Oh boy. That was me overthinking it. I was like, I don't want to aerial and hit that to the corner because I might give it away. So I'm like, maybe I'll just wait for the shot. I don't think he's going to get to it that fast. And then the whole time, there's a guy just underneath chasing it. I didn't even think about that guy. I thought he was out of boost. So I'm like, all right. Well. Ugh, I'm so late. Blah, 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 blah. These guys child just fast enough to be like decent. It's irritating. What a read. Dude, we're getting absolutely danced around on speed-wise. Like, it's pretty sad. Team, please be middle. Oh. He expected a heavier hit, I guess. Yeah, we're getting mogged on speed right now. I don't really think I don't really have to think because I can trust them. Oh, and 4s? Yeah, that kind of helps. I mean, that's how I feel when I'm like queuing with, you know, any regular SSL person, is I can actually just like play the game and be like, wah, 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 wah. Because yeah, otherwise you get into that awkward situation where like you don't really play the way you want to. That's how solo queue ranked typically works, is I'm overthinking everything because I don't 100% know the capabilities of anyone I'm playing with. Okay. Yeah, I caught up. Wanted to hook shot that. Winnable! Cringe. Not a good game from top to bottom. I'd hop on the Weekend of Worlds and some dude was like, aren't you supposed to be working right now? That's funny. See, this shit like that is like what I always kind of laugh at. I like it when people know I'm a caster, but they don't have any idea what I cast. You should host a tournament tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Hey Carson, fun fact, I have a job. I cannot stream and do content at 3:30. Sorry, I can't do it when you get out of school, I guess. SSL tips are just like the synthesis of all other tips, and it just consistency. Oof, wow, this is the second lobby with an SSL tag teammate who has completely biffed it. Oh no. This Is that why you always stream at like 8:30? Yes, because I am not a full-time YouTuber anymore. Oh, so easy! Lock in! Oh. Hmm. Oh, didn't even hear him. All right. That guy was perfectly behind the ball, unfortunately. That's a really good touch, Holy. Stolen. I don't know what he was trying to do there, genuinely. I literally was waiting because I'm like, you're going to cut that, but unless you jump immediately, you're not touching that. Your teammate, 1,000% watching him is so obvious. I don't know yet. But no, there are way more obviously boosted 2s accounts than 3s, I've noticed as I've ranked up. And it's always an epic account. That's the thing I've always noticed. It's always a fresh epic account. And I'm like, Oh. That's a hard turn. You bitch. I was also like, oh, he screwed up his delayed flick. Nope, because he was just going for the bump. That was good improvisation. He fricked up the first part, and he was like, oh, I guess I'm going to have to go for the bump. If I just waited, that would have been fine. I just didn't want to go down swinging, you know? It's the embarrassing way to get scored on. Boop. All right, we're getting right back with a dish. 7-hour time difference to Germany? Yeah, you are late. No, but there are definitely a lot of boosted accounts in 2s, and it is a little sad to see. Because it's like one thing, like, I'm not saying like, wow, my teammate has SL tag, he should play flawlessly. It's more so just like the reads that like are very straightforward are like not even like missed, like they're not even remotely close. And it's like, oh, that was like not a good situation that you got yourself into. Speaking of, it's okay, we don't score, they don't score those. There we go. That was just like a solo queue double, you know? Good shell. Good shell, teammate. I did not see where that guy was, so I got a little anxious. That's insane, dude. I got that so hard across. He must have had like nothing remaining when he went for that. This is kind of risky. Oh, back, back, back. That would have been so sexy if you had any faith in me at all. Ah! Free flip. That works. Do not chow that. Oh, well, never mind. He was way closer than I thought. Oh, not a great bounce. Back pass. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't. Wait. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, thank you. I was like, I think I can probably get right up to that. Oh, my God, what a recovery. That guy, no hesitation, went for that. Wow. Yeah, my bad. That was a brutal deflection, but I did not realize that guy recovered that fast. So that had an extra, like, half a second before that guy would actually be right on my butt. Wow, I deliberately got underneath that as much as possible, and he still got it. Low-key teammate, that would have been kind of sexy if he passed it. Again, 2s players do not pass. I don't really know why. Everything has to be a shot. Maybe that's why he doesn't pass. That's got to be in. Man, trying to get a different touch, but I didn't have the approach angle that I wanted. All right, he's gonna hit that around. What the, did he go for that? Oh, I want you to know, teammate. Okay, I was about to say, I was gonna try to find it to you, but I wasn't sure how to, and it still did, so cool. What's the name of the song? I cannot pronounce that, to be honest. That isn't another language. My teammates never get sexy passes? Never. Nice, wow, the mind game on that one. Okay, teammate, well done, well done, well done. What skill rank has the highest skill jump? GC3 SSL, probably, I would say. I would say that in terms of like actually consistently being able to play in SSL, because anyone can get into SSL, but I think being able to actually get wins and rank up to like 1900 2K, that's like a whole separate level. Because you're no longer playing with like okay players. You're playing against players who will always, like 100% of the time, take advantage of every mistake you make. So in that regard, it's a massive skill jump for players. Other than that, I would say like the range between like Diamond 2 into low champ, I think is also a huge thing, because you're going from players who are like learning the basics to, my bad, that ball ghost touched right off my hood. You're learning the fundamentals to like actually being able to get consistent enough to play it like at pace and make all these intelligent decisions. Nice touch, teammate. Cool. You can chase that. Nice boost steal. You can honestly get that again. Nice. Nice, teammate. That's what I like to see. Good bump. Wait, he can't see that. My God, dude, as I went for this, I was like, I really hope he's going for the goalie, because there's no reason he should be driving forward. I've seen people go for redirects on that, and I'm like, stop. Sorry, my playstyle. Look, you got to. No, B, you're fine. That game was just they were really organized, and I missed a couple shots, or missed a couple movements that I should have been doing. We started off really rough there, but then teammate was just started playing a bit more a bit more conservative, and I like it. That's really all it takes. Yeah, as I've learned too, is I've learned like the more you focus on softer touches for pretty much every single touch you go for, the easier the game gets. Straight up. There's still too many players in like Grand Champ that will do this though, where like the ball will come right down to them and they'll go, eh. And it's like, huh? And then the ball will get shot right in our net and they're just like, teammate, you're not gonna back me up there. I'm like, you threw it right down the middle. Like you could have done anything with that. Like even if you don't have a lot of boost or something, like you could have soft caught it. You could have not flipped into it right down the middle. Like, honestly, do not ever underestimate the value of sometimes just lobbing the ball up in a weird position. Like, like in a position that you're not going to be able to follow, but also the other team is not ready for. Sometimes you'll do that, and they'll just be like, huh? Oh. So I thought I was a little bit more in front of that. That doesn't touch my hood at all. Wow, okay. Well, I was curving around that because I'm like, I know he's going to get that 50, but I'm like, he's not going to be able to do anything else with it. And I was proven wrong, so. All right, take that back, go to the corner. Cut across. Ooh, didn't demo him. Hey, get clipped. Backboard me? Ah, I overthought that. I jumped a little too late to actually get the real redirect. Oh, I was kind of overthinking that one. Bang, top shelf. All right. Hey, memorable. That's also something in Champ you guys need to start practicing. Get a soft touch, land on the wall, and then follow it immediately. That will give you so much more freedom in how you want to play once you get consistent with it. Which is why I say wall play is like really important for Champs and Diamonds. It's not just air dribbling or whatever defense. It's like learning how to actively land on the wall and quickly adjust. Click high. Perfect. Ooh, good 50. Okay, 300. Do not do much with that. I just that was a throw. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, he just got enough of me that I couldn't land in time. All right, teammate, you just got to slow it down. Nice. Nice shot. All right, flicking that up just to slow it down. I get that boost. That's fine. Teammate, that's a giveaway. You shouldn't get that. Nice. Open goal. Nice. Well done, teammate. What we like to see. Bro, I was watching the Energy comms video for Grand Finals. And it really is like an RL personality test. When you score when you're in comms, you either go, let's go, or nice. For me, growing up, I was always a let's go. I was always a let's go guy when I was playing sports. It was never nice. I feel like nice is a very like esports specific thing. What's funny is that like even when there's like people calming in other languages, like in esports, they'll still say nice. Like it's funny. Tried to stay center on that as much as possible. I'm gonna chase that. Don't worry, teammate. Nice shot. Nice shot. Do you get the huzz? If I remember that correctly, that means, do I get the woman? I suppose so. That's never really been a problem. Hello, all who have been in. As in the stream? In the know? In the Taquitos Taco membership account? Sorry, teammate, that was not what I thought you would do. No problem. Micah Sandman. I didn't expect him to turn outside on that. I thought he was gonna just kind of leave. Can you say happy birthday to my friend racial slur? Interesting. Guys, you gotta try harder than that. Like, that's like the oldest trick in the book. If you guys really want me to say something racist, then you should really have to like go out of your brain. You need to catch me on really low sleep and also come up with some ridiculously over the top elaborate prank to get me to say certain words. And then even then you're probably gonna have to edit together misleadingly. Like I've been around the block, chat. Noise. Oh, I got that can roll around that. Sorry, teammate. That's okay, he's not doubling that. My brain just... I saw him upfield, but I thought for a second that he was moving a different way. But what he was doing is that at the periphery of my eye, basically, I thought he was turning away, but he was actually just readjusting. And for some reason, my brain registered that as like, oh, he's backing off because he knows he can't get past. That was pretty dumb. All right, chat, I need to stop assuming that everyone on these other teams is actually going to play with patience and all that. They're just going to full send. Shouldn't hit that so hard. Uh oh. I'm gonna take that ceiling. That's gonna be 50. You're not gonna win. Nice, good bump. Say happy birthday, my friend Ben Dover. Say that was a lot better. That's like a joke. That's like my dad used to tell all these jokes about like book title jokes. You guys ever seen that? Like Over the Cliff by Eileen Dover. I'm like, that's funny. I like that. His dad has trouble finding him as to do all men. Whoa, but all right, let's, let's settle down. Oh no, not Kripfer on the other team saying all caps, what are we doing? Bro, same. Same, felt. I left the game and they literally, and I had a chat come into the my free play. That was weird. I'm just fooling around. I don't know, man. If your humor involves trying to get people to say racial slurs, I assume your humor is kind of garbage. Hello? Wait, Harry Lakers. Wow, I haven't seen this man in a bit. Oh, hey, hello? Back post? No! I misread the post. I was like, okay, that's probably... Oh, that's really bad. Just kidding? Okay. Huh? Oh, sorry, Danny. Teammate? Oh, I knew you were upfield. I hit that way too hard. Holy. Danny, I want to leave that for you. There we go. You could save. Nice. Good play. Pass. I'm going to leave. See you, TJ. And just people are just boring. They see like people try to pull edgy stuff in chats and they just come into other chats and try to pull the same stuff. And it's just like, all right. The reason I'm like kind of like meh about those people, buddy, is like a lot of times anytime those people, they don't redeem themselves typically. They just come in and they're like, haha, I want to see if he says this. And then when they don't, they're like, oh, and then they leave, you know? Like, I don't think that person's ever going to become a valued member of the community. Well, that was a really good touch. That was a really good first touch. Honestly, if I didn't get surprised by the fact that I actually got that flick, that's exactly how you want to start off a kickoff. Do a diagonal flip into boosting forward with a flip cancel. That's like exactly how you start up an air dribble from that height. And then I surprised myself that I pulled that off. Honestly, I think he kind of surprised that first guy, and then because it surprised the first guy, the second guy was like, wait, hold on, I have to save that? We're just gonna soft touch that, steal this boost. Oh, whoops. I was looking at something else. I thought I was positioned a little bit more to the right. Oh, you chowed that? Wow. Okay, we're gonna tap that just as he jumped, so he didn't have the hard read, because the hard read involves a lot of power. I'm gonna let that back. Oh. I understand how gimmick chatters can be. Yeah, I mean, that's always been my term for it. Just people who come in only to troll, people who only come in to copy paste funny jokes, hahaonline.com, and then they just auto generate the same copy paste jokes. And people are like, well, how is that harmful? They're just trying to be a goofy. And I'm like, yeah, but like, you're not really adding anything to a conversation. You're just kind of posting stuff. Like, I could legit have JokeBot and subscribe that to my channel and just, it posts jokes every 15 minutes and it'd be the exact same, you know? But like, no one's like, man, JokeBot, you're my favorite member of this community. No, you'd just be like, okay, well, that's, I guess that's a bot you have. All right, try to take as much of that 50. All right. That's it. That exact little confusion is what I was going for. Guy near post, I'm like, I'm assuming he has like 30 boost, and that's exactly what he had. So I'm like, let me lob that up. If he goes in the backboard, I'll play a 50. If not, then open shot. Cool. My taco, danger. Valentino, do a flip. I've been flipping all freaking game. What are you doing? What do you mean? What do you mean? People who tell those types of jokes think it's funny because they told their teacher or mom, they fake laughed and carried that for the rest of life. Stop lying to these kids. Bro, that's like the humor and socialization version of like not letting kids win at video games. That's how I feel. I honestly, my little cousins all the time. When I visited my cousins for my grandmother's 90th birthday, they're both like in, I think like 9th grade and 7th grade. And they were kind of trash talking me. They're like, yeah, I know you work in esports, but like, I mean, you don't play the games we play. And I'm like, bro, it'll be fine. Like, I'll whoop you anyway. And then out of nowhere, they chose an Angry Birds Wii U game or whatever. And I ended up winning at that. They beat me at some rounds, but like for the most part, I was winning a decent number of that. And they're just like, oh, that's crazy. But I was like, even when they were younger, my cousins would be like, yo, like, you beat them in Mario Kart. Like, you should let them win. I'm like, why? I think it'll be way more rewarding when they authentically beat me for the first time. But until then, this living room is my domain. And there's no mercy in this dojo. Hey, Wandering Sailor. I think that way it's just a lot more entertaining to like give kids something to aspire to. I'm not one that's like, these kids are a bunch of freaking wusses as they've been conditioned to always be like special and a winner and blah, blah. But like, I am someone, I'm like, I think it's way more rewarding. Like my dad never took mercy on me with chess. And the first time I beat him authentically in a chess game was hyper rewarding. I mean, obviously don't crush their spirits. I'm not gonna beat them and then be like, get fricked, Brandon, little pussy. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that, but like, okay, bump them. Kids are the funniest when they're not trying because they don't understand like the social niceties of humor. So it's funny when they like say something completely out of pocket and you're just like, what? Because they don't realize it's funny. They don't realize why it's funny. They just don't have any of like the tact. Wait, did my baby cousins start playing video games? Oh yeah. Gonna school them on the Bazaar. When that game is the #1 game in the world. It's like Hearthstone, but with crafting. With steampunk. Ah. The game would not exist by then? Nah, it'll be great. Okay, well, speaking of would be great. Oh, buddy, that's kind of cute. I like your challenger tag. I wish I understood why you had it. Anyway. Is this Octane better? My specific Octane is better than everyone else's. Yes, that is correct. My child's getting the silent treatment. If you tell a corny joke, I ain't laughing. Sorry, son. I mean, that's what's kind of funny. Like, I think when you're a younger kid, you kind of like, well, you don't just like go, like a 5-year-old's joke, because half the time they don't understand the punchline. Like whenever my little cousins would like be on the phone or something and they'd tell a joke, they didn't understand like what a punchline was. They just thought it was like, oh, well, you ask a question, like, what do you call blah, 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 and then they just say a word that sounds funny, and you're like, you know how that doesn't connect, right? Because they don't get like entendre or any like, linkage of concepts, but that comes later. So I understand, man, I would love it if someone put up a hand. Best type of humor, in my opinion, is people know that they're trying to get others to laugh. Their face is a serious look. Deadpan? We getting into Pokemon? Hell yeah. Bro, those guys are Wolf Glick viewers. Are they doing like Pokemon Go or whatever? I still maintain Pokemon should have difficulties. I always thought it was kind of silly that Rocket League only has one Pokemon only has one difficulty and it's like really low in the story. Because I don't know if Nintendo's ever released data on this, but I guarantee a majority. I honestly would say a majority of their player base is like over the age of 12. So I'm like, honestly, you should kind of ramp it up, in my opinion. Not saying to make it Dark Souls, but. Oh my god, it's M3. I just realized. Sorry, I'm through. Realized halfway through. What? Sorry, Dreamers. You threw that on a change up on me, and I was a little like, wait. I remember there was like a trend of anti-jokes. That's probably the closest to like kind of really flat humor that's meant to be very like, the joke is that there isn't a joke, but like, that's like also comes from delivery in a way. How are you doing that, dude? These guys are actually full party calming or something. Then again, we're also like kind of near top 100 for the beginning of the season, so I guess these games are naturally going to be a little bit quick. I'm not gonna lie, I was ball chasing that a little bit. Too much twos. Given that you guys, these are like actually hard calming. I forget once you get past a certain rank in threes, it's like people are like sobbing, crying in this rank to, you know, advance as fast as possible. It's really interesting to watch. Like how threes is like there's nobody playing it, but the ones who do are, oh, I was gonna pass the temp 3, but. Wow, that's a really long message. Hold on, Bass. I think there's one NL bit does that the kids don't mean to be funny the best. He's taking his half Korean daughter to Korean lessons. She starts complaining, I don't want to go. Why do I have to go? I'll become Korean. Well, honey, you are Korean. She responds, no, it's too late. And he said to hold back because she had no idea what she said. That's funny. Anyway, not even close. Bad game for me. Hey, Lil Royal. Tuna fish, fettuccine marconi vibes. What? Hi, Matthew. Hot taco. When you go to Dave's Hot Chicken and get Mexican. Kids just say stuff and you have to sit there and act like they didn't say the most out-of-pocket thing ever. Yep. Bro, I don't know how parents deal with the anxiety of like kids doing weird stuff. My my little cousin Lincoln, actually that's not even his name. I mixed him up with someone else. Well, good, then I didn't dox my cousin. Anyway, my cousin L, let's say, he's got like this weird tendency to think it's really funny to just like moon people. So like you'll randomly just be kind of like vibing, and I'll be like, hey. And we'll look over, and this like 3-year-old kid just like pulls down his pants and just shows you his butt. And I'm like, If I was a parent, I'd be like kind of worried. I'm like, is my kid just a fucking weirdo who just loves nudity and he's just gonna moon people? When in reality, it's probably just like, he's a kid. You know, like he is a child. This is just a thing he does now. And then the more you tell him, hey, let's not do that, then he'll stop doing it. But yeah, I'm like, I understand how parents are just nervous wrecks about everything and hyper analyzing stuff their kid does, you know? But then sometimes parents don't do that, and that weirds me out. There was a kid at my, and I say this with the understanding of having worked in like clinical psych for like a decade. Like, legitimately, this kid was a psychopath. Like, I genuinely do not think this is like a well-functioning person. Like, this kid would just pick fights all the time. He would like, apparently his lunch was not allowed to have a fork or knife in it because he kept trying to like stab kids at the lunch table. And I was a summer camp, like taking care, like I was like one of the counselors, and the parents, when we'd bring these things up, like, hey, Wyatt tried to, you know, stab a kid in the face. And she's like, well, what was the conflict about? And I'm like, see, that's the thing, ma'am. It probably really shouldn't matter what it was. The conflict, I think, was like literally like, hey, I want your chips. And he's like, what? These are my chips. And then Wyatt's like, well, I guess you're gonna die now. So like that was literally the process. He wanted some kid's chips, and not like, can I have some? He's like, I want them. And I'm like, that's not okay. That his first reaction to that. And I obviously don't want to overstep my bounds, but I'm just like, it's kind of insane they don't have this kid in like some severe behavioral therapy. Like, because it's one thing if your kid is violent and he's like, you know, throwing some fists or whatever, but like he's getting pretty big. Like he's getting like 6, 7, 8. Like he's gonna be able to like injure probably the mom at that age. Like Christ. So it always kind of weirds me out when like parents are just so oblivious to stuff. Like it's one thing to be the hyper analyzing helicopter parent, but I hate those other parents that just are like, it's fine, they'll figure it out. And I'm like, will they? Or are they gonna figure it out when they go to juvie when they freaking murder someone, dude? 6? Shut the frick up, all of you. 6, 7 mentioned, no. Bro, I'm so old. There was literally, no. I spilled some of my protein drink. No, I got on my mouse. No, I felt so old that when that 6-7 started going viral, because someone was like, there was a video of like the whole crowd of teenagers at like Five Guys, and they're just like, I've never seen a restaurant get more hype, and it was just some guy calling out numbers leading up to, like, he's like 6'4", and I was like, ah, I freaked out. And naturally my brain is like, oh, I get it. They're waiting for 69. And then the guy came up to the mic and goes, 6'7". And everyone goes, ah, like freaks out. And I was just like, oh, what? And I didn't get it. That was my first introduction to it. I was so out of it, dude. Do you go for free as a nickname for Jeff? You have never met a Jeff in your entire life, have you? Cool. Duh. Sorry, teammate, you tried to coach me? I didn't see that. If I got go for a solo play, don't trust it. Like don't go or dead ass. I was reading your message. Blanked. If I go for a solo play, don't trust it. Like, don't go for a bump. Oh, okay. I guess the lesson is he's like, yeah, if I try to solo play it, don't think I can do it. Well, that's encouraging. I thought he was gonna overcorrect on that. Okay, Golden Tee, that's probably a weird catch for you, which is why you don't go, and which is why you got dunked, and it's why you own goal? Question mark. That would have been funny, though. Heavy touch. Oh, cool bump, I guess? You can shoot that, I guess. Interesting. Uh oh. Hey, D, what if you hit that as far as possible down here? God, that's so sick of you. Alright, I like this duo partner. He's considerate. I like him. Yeah, the hardest part of like playing duos with some players is just knowing what their mentality is. So honestly, even though it's a little funny when people are like, I thought he was coaching me. He was like, hey, don't do this, do this. And I'm like, shut up. Like, I hate that. But he was just saying like, hey, by the way, like, I'd prefer it if you don't do this. I'd be like, okay. like, that's fine. Like, hey, if I go for a soul play, please don't go all in. And I'm like, honestly, very safe. It's a good thing to say, because sometimes, yeah, people will do that. That's literally why I was losing my mind on that one teammate we had on DFH Day a couple games back, because like he kept assuming like he could just crash the goal with no consequences, and it just got kind of awkward because he was very clearly like not gonna be able to get there, but he was still going like as fast as possible into those chows, and then he would lose them and it'd go into the open net and be like, well, if you just didn't full commit into that, then it wouldn't be a problem. Oh, that was kind of body by me. That's okay, D has a save. Okay. Oh, he's smart too. He's delaying his 50s as well, because he knows he can't get the read. Good boost steal. Oh. Yeah, we're just gonna hold that in place with a pop. I like a teammate. He's rotating with you well. No, he's doing really well. 50. Nice. We're gonna get out. That was really confusing. Sorry, teammate. That's wide. Okay. He said whoops. I think he understood like I wasn't sure if he wanted to leave that. That's also why it's like a little tough when you're rotating near post. You don't want to rotate directly underneath the ball, because it's something that like as soon as it gets to like go time, like you got to chow, like your teammate is going to be like, I think he understood what he did there. He was like, oh wait, sorry. It's okay. Logan's not going to chow that. That's going to be a weird bounce for them. 50? Oh. All right, teammate, just don't lose the cut. You might be dead. Just kidding. Well done, teammate. No more boost. It's fine. Play 50. Perfect. Keeps dropping sorries in the chat. I don't know what he's doing here. All right. Game. Yo, I'm here. Are you, CC? Are you really here? Because I don't think you are. So how about you check yourself before you come into chat spouting this nonsense? Because what it sounds like is that you're just sending a message. That was a fun game. Yeah, it was a fun game. A little close. Probably could have finished a couple more goals, but that's just not how it is. Hey, Boostfield. Sure. I just got here, hop off. All right, CC. Unfortunately, you're banned forever. How dare you not be offended that I came in aggressive at you? You guys are all worms in this chat. If I ever say anything mean to you, you're supposed to go, oh, yes, sir. Sorry, sir. And the fact that you didn't do that means, unfortunately, you can never come back. Oh. Bonk. He demoed me right as he slowed me down. How'd my XPedo go down? Because you were not saying yes, sir. Duh. Ooh, I despise that you went for that, but okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, do it to him. I try to slot that around him. Wait, teammate, what? You missed every pad and the corner? Okay, you got one. Buddy, you get, I don't know about that. I feel like if you're last back like that, I feel like you gotta stay narrow. All right. All right, CC. Nice, teammate. Pain. Not a good finish. You watch the new Superman? Yep. It's solid. I like it. I gotta stop doing that. I'm positioned 2 central on the ball. I just gotta really flick those. Hello, Cozy K. Brother. James Gunn universe is interesting. Definitely has a lot of tie-ins. That Guy Gardner was really funny, but I love Nathan Fillion and everything. I love when heroes are just like actively kind of like douchebags. Because like Batman is like rough and grumbly and whatever, but he's not actually mean. You know what I mean? Like he's not kind, but he's not mean. Like he's not nice, but he's kind. And that's like his persona throughout a lot of those comics. Whereas like I like Guy Gardner because he's just like generally a butthole, but he's still like actively a hero. Like he does the right things. He just kind of full of himself. Trying to start a YouTube channel? Well, you already did because it's created and you have a name, so. Apparently only Peacemaker Season 2 is canon for Superman. Green Lantern was hilarious and weird. Yes, it was. We'll keep on going, Cozy. Oh, just realized I'm not queuing. My bad, chat. Yeah, honestly, I'm just happy to be able to watch stuff that isn't really relevant to a bunch of the shows. I've never really understood. No, okay, that's a lie. I understand, but I am not a fan of the Marvel post-Endgame situation of like, oh, you're gonna be really lost on what happens in this movie unless you've watched these 15 seasons of this other bullshit show. And I'm like, buddy, I don't have time for this. Like, I'm not prepping, watching 6 different seasons of Marvel produced television shows just to watch like Quantum Mania or whatever. Also, I want to know what kind of actual maniac pitched the idea that in the very first introduction to Kang, he gets beat by Ant-Man. Like, buddy, I can't fear a villain. If the whole point of the villain is like, there's an infinite number of them, I'm like, well, yeah, but if they're just like bugs and they're pretty easy to squash, so much so that pretty much your weakest Marvel, one of your weakest cast members can beat them solo, basically, then it's like, I'm not really that scared of this big bad. I'm more scared of Jonathan Majors as a person because he's a sexual deviant. Nice. Acquire a refund taco from a donation dated from 10/23/24. Was that one of the days where you said it was my birthday? Unfortunately, I literally cannot refund you. Like that is a part of YouTube policy that I'm not. There are no refunds because there are no like buyer protection on those purchases. Our attempted pinch didn't quite work. Oh, whoops, over pursued. My bad. Nice, Maguli. I'll see one from earlier this year. Yeah, unfortunately, Matt, I don't know how that's gonna work. Nice. I wonder if Maguli is related at all to Mr. Magoo, the old cartoon. That was a heavy touch. They timed that chow well. Bought a new phone? Wait, what? I didn't hear anything about this, Matt. Oh, what a save, dude. I'm getting robbed. Cartoon version of Mr. Bean? No, not exactly. He's an old dude. Like, he's like an old guy with a bad sight. They made a movie about him in the 90s. I remember that movie pretty fondly. Although I'm sure looking back it's probably terrible. Kind of like how, if you guys remember the Dana Carvey Master of Disguise movie, that movie was horribly reviewed, but I still remember so much of that movie fondly. These guys might be the best defenders NA. These guys might be the best defenders of all time. Oh, I played their block and he realized I was about to block him. Turtle. I'm a simple man. I like the bit where the villain, whenever he starts to laugh really hard, like he's doing, he always rips a fart and it makes him stop because he's embarrassed. And every time he tries to like just be taken seriously, that happens like every single time. I don't know why. That's just like, it's very simplistic, basic humor, but it's funny. The other side of that is like just like basic kids movie humor, which I was like, if you guys watch like the Scooby-Doo movies, like the live action one, it's not a bad movie. The problem is it's just like every once in a while between all the kind of fun bits and kind of haha moments and situations, there's just a scene where like a character is just like, oh, I ate something and I need to fart. And that's like the whole joke. And I'm just like, man, if you shaved that little bit out of it, this would be like a really solid, like for all ages fun movie. But no, because they're writing for kids, they're like, oh man, no, we gotta cook up all this other stuff. Kyle's like, wait, I donated an extra 0. I think about that sometimes when Kyle donates, like, he donated a 500. I'm like, was that meant to be a 50? Actual goated generosity. Birdie! Howdy. Hopefully you're doing well. Is your school back in session? I think you work with the school, right? School district. Oh boy. How do you gain XP? By chatting and donating and generally just being active in the community. Intellectual development. Oh, for some reason I thought you did that, but like at the school. All right, I'm learning. What's your peak? One time I threw a piece of trash behind my back and it landed in the garbage can without looking. Hello, Couch Muncher. It's going well. Okay, you got it? Imagine you touch this heavy? Yes, you do. How's the job in general life? Job is good. We haven't gotten our pay raise yet because we got to schedule our 90-day review, and it's very hard to get those people who do my review in the same building or in the same room at the same time, so it's a little tilting. So, still living the poverty life. Counting our dollars. I don't want to say poverty like we're actually that poor, but like it's pretty, you know, same old, paying my bills. I'm hungry, but my partner getting yelled at being I want an apartment. Oh, as in like you can't go to the kitchen without getting in the middle of that? I've been there. My college best friend, he used to argue with his girlfriend in the living room, and it was like right next to the stairs, which then led from the living room into the kitchen. And so whenever I was really hungry and they're arguing, I'm kind of just like, I kind of need to get through that, because it's kind of awkward when they're like full on like, wah, 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 and I'm just like, I need to go to food. There was one time I actively crawled out my window, landed on the outside porch, and then crawled around and then walked around the house and came into the kitchen back door just so I wouldn't have to deal with that. Ooh, Leo, I like the part we have no 100 boost and you didn't use any of it? Question mark? Hold on, I need to do this again. He had 80 boosts and he went to the corner first. Interesting. Do you like 3s or 2s more? I like 3s more, technically, but 3s has like no games once you get to like GC3-ish. Ooh, you are not getting that. Oh. I don't want to hit that too hard, but I probably should have. Q earlier was crazy. I was playing horribly M3, but yeah, they were actually like, I felt like I was playing RLCS quals. Those guys were like locked in, and I'm like, dude, it is the second day of the season. Why is this like the sweatiest lobby I've ever been in? I was also playing this level of 2s, which is like GC2, so I was a little ball chasey on a couple. I was like, oh right, this is 3s. I gotta reprogram my brain into actually doing something. Ooh, I like the part where we have not chowed the ball yet. Leo, let me out. Not a red tag! And they were all 18. Oh, really? That's funny. I mean, I might be done with 2s for a bit. I want to see if I can get them again. What about 1s? 1s is only when I'm in like a very clean vibe, you know? What would I do for 100? I don't know what that means. 100 boost? I don't know, probably drive to the corner or the side of the map. Yeah, Death Horizon. This is like early season GC2 and 2s and whatnot. We're getting smacked by them all night. They're playing really well. Oh yeah, I mean, I was pretty impressed by it. All right, let's see how 3s goes in the solo queue. Oh, let's go. We got the 2 guys that beat us earlier. You played 4s yet? I don't like it. The map feels way too big. Sheepo, hello. Presently 1649 twos, 1677 threes. Thank you. More from 1740, 1680. Yep. What's the peak? We hit 2077 MMR a while back. Last season, I think we hit 19, low 19s. Okay. Oh, you chowed that? Why would you hit it near post like that? Hey, Victor. I don't know how you recovered in that. I'm just gonna, okay, halfway through I was like, I'm gonna air dribble that, but then I realized it was actually wide open. I was like, man, I wish I knew that. You're top 50 right now for 4v4? Good. You'll be a top recruit when they go pro. Wow, what are the odds? That's unfortunate. Day's been? Day been? Pretty good. We're trying to enjoy the end of our weekend. You look tired, Tyre? Well, you have that personality, and you have to live with having a personality where you're coming to a streamer's chat and ask them that they basically look bad. So, at least I don't have that. You look ugly every day. No, I'm just kidding. I'm assuming you're 12, so I would tell you it's not good manners to come to a streamer's chat and be like, Taka, you look downbeaten. You look like dog. You look sexy. That's more like it, Goosey. Hell yeah. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to snap you like that. I just find it so weird when people come in like and say that. If you're genuinely curious if someone is tired or something, just ask them how they're doing. It accomplishes the exact same thing. Unless you come in and you're just like, hey, Taco, and I'm literally just like slumped over asleep, then maybe, you know, don't really have to ask about that. Because I'm in fact actually not tired at all. Whoop. You look awake. Did you just chug an energy drink? Yes, sir. Dang it. I actually am drinking, I drank the energy drink that is, I just got added as a partner. So I'm getting my code soon for that. Hopefully I'll be able to distribute that out, plaster that stuff all over my content and whatnot. Really pumped. Gonna give me 2 free cases a month and also a discount code for 10% off. Which is like one of the cooler partnerships I've seen. Good night, Victor. Oh my lord, dude. That's dope. Yeah, it was actually a energy drink I got to work with peripherally with an org before. Sorry, repeat question, but have you played Fours yet? Yes, I don't like it. The map is too big. It doesn't really feel like Rocket League in the same way. Like, and I understand the goal. It's an original mode. Of course, it doesn't feel like the. But what I mean is like when you play 1s and 2s and 3s, yeah, it's the same arena. But in a way, like you do have to adjust your play style, but you can still kind of have all the basic elements that make Rocket League so good. Like, yeah, it kind of relies on you being able to be skillful, but in 2s and 3s, especially, like it requires you kind of working with your teammates. But if you ever needed to, in a moment of brilliance, you could, like theoretically, like solo play. But in 4s, that's not really an option because your 100 boost will last you about 1/5 of the field, and then you'll have to refuel. So it's like, it just feels very like disconnected. That, god damn it, dude, this guy has missed every single frickin' tiny touch he's gone for. Good job, Div. Well done. Will they upped how much boost you have? I just think the map is too big. Honestly, my biggest issue is that I just felt like I was rotating supersonic, and literally it felt like in my head, if I had to count off like how far we're going down the field, it felt like it was like from one quarter to the end, it was like boosting, 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 boosting. I've reached my half. It genuinely feels like it took that long to rotate back. It was like 5-6 seconds straight of supersonic boosting toward the middle before we actually reached where we were going. And I was like, I don't know. I didn't really like it. I think if they shrunk the field like 30%, I'd be a little bit more down for it. But I also understand that part of why I'm not enjoying it is because I was solo queuing it. And I'm sure it's a lot more fun when you're like with buds who you can trust. So that was definitely not my experience. What just happened? Oh, okay, I was about to say. I see the game's so weird today. I mean, this is like insanely high ranked people for no reason, dude. We got into a game with Jimmers and M3, and we were playing against these three guys that were all 1800 beginning of the season. I'm like, okay, you guys are all trio queuing like SSLs, I guess. So good for you guys. Oh. I just wanted to get near it just in case they try to go for the bump. We'll take it. I think it'll be more fun than threes. Maybe in a party. I can never see. I can solo queue threes, for example. I can solo queue twos. I genuinely don't see a universe, at least within the next 7-8 weeks where fours solo queue will be fun. I also think Psionics, I love you guys. You're incredibly stupid for making the 4v4 rank by default 600 MMR. That's literally what you get when you create a new account and you start queuing. Like, are you telling me the people who are playing fours, there's no analogous rank 3v3 that you could use to like put people in? Cringe. Like legitimately with 4v4, I don't know why you wouldn't just take the 3v3 data and then port it for fours to be able to make it a bit more like, oh, okay, that makes sense type of thing. Because I don't know why we're doing a solo standard treatment where we're like gonna queue into solo standard and it's basically like everyone got hard reset and I'm playing against people who are like my rank, and then on my team there's people who are like genuine plat players who do not know how to aerial, and I'm like, this is not interesting. What sports do you play IRL? I used to play a lot of soccer. Oh, Shrill, you skank, dude. Got peak interest. Ted Lasso, is a show. Dude, threes is so sweaty right now. Wow, he dodged that demo. That's really impressive. And you guys, that's like the third person today that's tried to get me to say a racial slur. You guys are really bad at this. Like, I don't know why. It's like junior varsity trolling. All right. I just thought it was gonna suck, so I was pleasant surprised. I'm glad. I'm not trying to make people be like, if you guys think fours is good, you guys are idiot. And I just played it and immediately got an ick around it. I was like, man, this does not feel like intuitive at all. It does not feel nearly as fast paced as I would like it to feel. It also kind of suffers from drop shot-itis in a way that, like, yes, technically there's a goal protecting, but what high level drop shot turns into is just like the most aggressive ball chasing you've ever seen in my, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought Exakis. God, what a horrible name. I saw him up for it and I thought he had it, so I was like, I don't need to be on backboard. And then he got dusted. I was like, oops. Oh my god. Well, hoops is for a different breed of person. Because like, the counter is obviously that you can't just roll the ball in. So if it was, imagine playing twos in a map as small as hoops, but the net was like a Rocket League net. That would be horrible. But yeah, that's my biggest issue with a drop shot is at a high level, is that it is literally just ball, 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 ball. Like it's not, you don't really, yeah, you kind of need to rotate, but not really. Because everyone's recovery is fast enough where they can just like get out of sticky situations. What is going on? Bang, bang! Nice pass. That was solid contact. Oh. Yeah, literally zero thoughts about actually getting that ball. He just drove straight to the wall and be like, buddy, I know you're just gonna tap that. I'm going to murder the crap out of you. Ooh, almost dimed him. No jump? Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, you're gonna get scored on. Like, no jump? Did he have a no boost? Well, yeah, he had a 100 boost. I think he just thought he could get away with not jumping. No, he just went really late. That was horrible. That was, I don't know why he was delayed that long. Bro, I was driving through rural Arizona, New Mexico with my boss last week for my job, and he was paying for all my meals, and I suddenly was implanting in his mind beef-based meals, and so by the third night he was like, "Oh man, I really want to go to a steakhouse," and I'm like, yeah. And then out of like all 80 restaurants in every single like small city we went to, 0 steakhouses. And I'm like, damn, it must just be too expensive to ship beef out in the freezer trucks in those smaller places. I was so pissed. Like you could go to the grocery store and buy steak, but there was absolutely nothing in like the actual town restaurant wise. I don't think I had a single meal that I would define as a good meal that while I was in Arizona, in New Mexico. All right, I just wanted to rush that. That's not good. All right, backboard, I need an explanation on what just happened here. He didn't even get fit. He just went past, what? I don't know, even know. I don't even know why you would fake that. Like if they hit that out that far that you had to pre-jump it, it wouldn't even be like a good pass. I did rush my save. I probably could have done that if I just took an extra second, but I was pretty convinced that they were all gonna be ball chasing that. Bump! Wait! No! Wait! Huh? That's actually hilarious. Anyway. Let's see. Are my teammates duo queued? I'm gonna assume one of them is a GC1. Okay. Find hoops to be a good drop shot trainer, similar to ones being a good twos trainer. I mean, yeah. I think hoops can be pretty fun. I kind of don't like it only because the ball does feel like a different physics. People keep saying, oh, the physics of the ball actually aren't doing it. No, they are 100. There's literally no way they are not a little bit different. There's so many tiny touches I feel like I go for that I'm just like, wait, that's not a thing. It's like, wait, why'd that touch go? The only reason I say it is because there's way too many times in twos where I go for a touch and just fundamentally immediately know, wait, what? Why did it go that way? Or why did it bounce that low? Or why did the touch not speed up a bit more? So they definitely did something with like the bouncing or some aspect of those physics. And I don't believe anyone who tells me otherwise. They are different. There's a video out that shows they're different. Good. Because people used to be like, nope, they're actually the same. And I'm like, they're not, just straight up. Which is why it's kind of weird to play that stuff in Heat Seeker and whatnot, because it just throws off your muscle memory. Like, you need the exact same muscle memory for every single game mode in the game, but then suddenly, out of nowhere, Heat Seeker screws it up because it doesn't teach you to actually like lock in your reads off walls and whatnot. And same with, oops. Snow Day is so different that it doesn't even matter, because you're not going to learn bad habits from Snow Day. I think drop shot's kind of funny because even though like the sidewall is really steep, the ball is like programmed to bounce up all the time. That's always like a bounce I've always struggled with in drop shot. And like it'll be traveling at like this, like at like basically a flat, slightly downward angle, and it'll hit a wall bouncing like this, and it'll hit the wall. Instead of coming out like this, it'll go like boing, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, I think drop shot's programmed that way just to make sure that the ball doesn't rebound sharply off any wall and go straight down into the tiles. All right, I guess we're out of threes games, chat. Do we have one more? Oh, there we go. I'm starting to get a migraine, chat. I don't know what's going on here. I can feel it. I can feel it brewing into in my center of my brain right now. Can you tell my mom that I'm sick? I saw your kid pull off a nose grind into a kickflip while going down a flight of stairs. He can't go to school. He's too sick. Electric guitar. There's a sequence I think about all the time, and I don't know if you guys ever heard of Spider-Man Lotus. Hello, I'm Nord. But yeah, there's a fan-made film by some kids who were really problematic, I guess. But it was like a $100,000 GoFundMe or Kickstarter or whatever to make a Spider-Man fan film. And one of my favorite YouTubers, Cosmonaut Picture Show, or Cosmonaut Variety Hour, secondly, he was watching it and doing a film review of it. And there's a bit he adds in that's really funny where he's like, there's a scene later in the movie where Spider-Man goes to visit a kid who's terminally ill, and then it cuts to like this little kid shredding on a guitar, and then like flames start going, and it goes, and every single time that plays, if I watch that video in the background or something, I crack up. He's visiting a child who is terminally ill. Just shredding on electric guitar. Oh, crossbar. Oh, almost, okay. All right. You steal a brain rot. Steal the Brain Rot is a super successful Fortnite map, I know. Whoa. I'm dead. Rocket Rivals, thank you for the raid 40 minutes ago. I feel like such a douchebag that Twitch did not notify me. And now I probably just got a raid from people and they're just like, wow, this guy doesn't even thank his raids. What a dick. Twitch has got to fix that stuff. It's so annoying to ignore people's DM like alerts because my alert box just refuses to acknowledge them. That was not a touch he meant to get, but it worked. I mean, there's multiple to steal a brain rot. I don't know how big of a thing this is. I don't know who started it. I guess probably Roblox. Roblox is huge. I didn't realize how big Roblox was as a game in terms of players. I thought it was just like knockoff Minecraft, and then I realized it has like 3 times the players as like any other game out there. I don't know how though. Roblox, in my opinion, has like the ugliest freaking art style. It looks like a crap free-to-play thing that someone crapped out one weekend. Oh my god, what a great play, and I did not realize you bumped him. My bad. Sammy, I have no idea who that is. Hi, ZBZ $. Okay, I turned on that. Oh, so did Shrill. That's unfortunate. I'm getting dusted. Never mind. All right. Okay, my attempt was to get around the first guy and then maybe far enough away from the second, and I guess that kind of worked. Birdie, whenever someone says something like that, it reminds me of the Austin Powers #2 one where, or #2, like second movie, where he's like, Mini-Me gets stuck on the roof of on the facility. He's like hanging from a rafter for his life. Like, oh no, Mini-Me, yes, please, like get the hook to get him down or whatever. And then while he's like getting down from the rafters, he's like, oh Mini-Me, I don't know what I would ever do without you if you perished right there. I'd probably get a new clone, you know, move on. But there'd be a 15-minute period there where I would be inconsolable. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how I feel whenever someone says something like that. Like 90% of the time, it is not that necessary. Like, I don't know what I would do if I got to Chipotle late before the lunch rush or something. And I'm just like, that seems like such a really over-the-top thing. Try to slow it down as much as possible. Still should be a save. Nice. I was about to say, I'm like, I don't think he's gonna leave it. Nice save. You're looking nice. Well, thank you. But there was a 15-minute period there where I would be inconsolable. YouTube chat #1, in case y'all forgot. Potentially. All right, we can get back to 1700 tonight, and that would be lit. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna last. I think I ate a little bit too salty of a meal earlier. My apartment was giving away some food truck stuff at a discount. There's a really tasty cart there, and it was delicious. But thinking back, I think part of the reason I'm having a migraine right now is because I have been hydrating today, but I think it was just way too much sodium caked into that stuff. My old man body can't handle that anymore. Man, I wanted to aerial across and get a deflection down. Perfect read, div. Oh, okay, well, I bumped him. All right, nice little slow down. Teammate should have that, he does. Migraines suck? Yeah, I used to not get them at all. Started grad school. It's almost like it activated the stress faucet. I used to get a bunch of stress migraines. I hated those. Because you'd already be in like a bad place or mood, and suddenly you're just like, but what if you had a searing pain? And it's like, let's not do that. And then the body was like, too late. We already booked one. You're scheduled for a stress migraine for the rest of the day. That's how I knew grad school was not something I would probably be able to physically survive at a certain point. Ooh. Ooh, wow, good read. Nice pass. What a save. Okay, bud. Okay, bud. Yeah, waiting for that touch because it's probably going to be a giveaway, and it was. Nice. You're gonna 50 that? Well, that was a chonky 50, and he still kind of didn't lose it. That's pretty impressive. Oof. I wanted to fun, like, as soon as it bounces, power shot clear, so that was on me. Bonk. It's fine, over. Nice. Oh, sorry, teammate. I would see if they would turn outside. You touch that? That was spooky. I think he meant to do a different catch. Okay, that's fine. That's why sometimes you gotta police the midfield, because there's probably a bounce down that you need to take care of. Could double that, but I realized they weren't getting the best read on that. Nice div. Life is funny like that. Life likes to kick you right in the balls. I don't remember last time I've been hitting the balls, chat. Type 1 in chat if you've been hitting the balls in the past month. Yeah. Good read. Yeah, I wanted to control that a bit more, but I was like, I think that's not gonna work out. Nice foul, easy double. Hit that into open space because I knew there was no one over there. Nice shot. Nice shot. Well done, Div. These guys are so easy to play with. That's all I want in threes players. They don't even have to peek or do anything great. It just play smart. Like, don't rush the ball. Honestly, twos players could learn a lot from just not trying to be twos players. Welcome to the chat room. Shut up, Dinah. No one is welcome to the chat room. They just merely are allowed to be here. Twitch is so funny. Twitch does be funny. I'm assuming your cookies got deleted, so when you came back and they said, oh, welcome in. Hey! Aw, that's not what I wanted. I just woke up. Gross. Imagine living not in my time zone. Don't know how you guys do it. US Central Time, the goated time zone. It's not too late, not too early. I gotta say, West Coast is pretty ass for most sporting events, though. RLCS Worlds came on, and for me, it was like, hey, wake up at 7 a.m. I'm like, okay. And then for Bass and my buddies on like the West Coast, they're all like, it's like 4 a.m. show start. It's like, yeah, screw that. Imagine waking up at 4 a.m. on a weekend to watch RLCS. It's also why, like, basically, like, unfortunately, NA is just an ideal time for RLCS majors, in my opinion. Because if you put it midday, like, yeah, NA has a really early time or whatever, but I feel like for EU, like, NA times work really well, because the latest they're going to go is, like, maybe, like, 11 o'clock, 10, and maybe people are like, that's really late. But I'm like, I mean, for 99% of people who are watching esports, they're probably going to be up there anyway. As John was working a full-time job, earning the highest in my house, I am allowed to wake up late now. Hell yeah. Yeah, make that bread. How's the job going? I said. Oh. Awesome. Wow. All caps awesome. Good. No more threes games, chat. All right, if we don't find a threes game in the next, like, couple minutes, I'll probably... Oh. Nice. Yeah, I was like, my migraine's getting kind of worse, so trying to last a little bit. I want to at least make it to like 2 hours, so this game will bring us over 2 hours. If you want, I'll sub. All right, Chris. Oh, that was me trying to go for a very light touch. Misjudged my approach. Got a little above that. Really? You read that light little pop? Should be double. Close one. Yeah, avoid that boost steal so Ace can stay in the play. Nice. Whoa, what a weak shot. What the heck? What happened? I think he was trying to fake it and he just like overthought it. Yeah, I knew that was gonna be 50, so I'm like, eh. Okay. Tells us only to drink 1 can a day. Would I have to drink 4? Is that a problem? You are not going to sleep, buddy. Dude, 4 Celsius, that's like freaking 600 milligrams of caffeine. Like, how are you going to be alive? Actually, that's a lie. It's probably like 80 milligrams. Either way, that's a lot. Not a lot in terms of like lethal amounts, but maybe if I had a heart condition, yeah. I think the absolute maximum recommended by the FDA is 300. Oof, Ace, you're so far back, my bad. I didn't even look. That's a goal because no one's up. Yeah, for it. Well! Each can is 200. You're lying. That's not accurate. What? I feel like I used to have Celsius that an ex used to buy. I don't remember being 240. Is that like a new thing they have? Why are you having 4 of those? You do know caffeine doesn't actually wake you up in the sense of like makes you more alert, makes you more focused. It's just gonna basically give you like the energy to exist. But if you chug a bunch of caffeine when you're tired, it does not make you feel better. It's the dragon we keep chasing that isn't actually achievable with caffeine. You're better off drinking less caffeine in that regard. Like drink enough to get through your day and then move on. I do at work? That's so much caffeine, dude. Develop pretty severe heart problems later on if you drink that much caffeine continuously. For one day, not gonna kill you, but... Oh, I wanted to bump him. It's interesting how we have 0 assistance in the middle of the goal. 12-hour shifts, man, they're brutal. I can agree with that. Discovered a new... It's called... I thought you said new. I've discovered a new flavor of tea. It's called new. I'm like, I don't think it is. All right. Have a good night, everybody.